How old are you and what's your biggest problem right now? I'm 60. My biggest problem is having to work 50 or 60, or more, hours a week just to keep up with the bills. Plus I have a bedridden wife with cancer and we're raising our oldest grandson. As Sergeant Murtaugh once said, I'm getting too old for this shit. 40s and I drink too much and need to lose weight. I only drank 3 times in February and I've increased my daily walks so I'm working on it. 74 and don't really have any problems other knowing my time is limited. Don't buy any green bananas. 59 and my thoughts are consumed with losing my wife and best friend. I've loved her for 42 years. I want 42 more. 42 and trying to figure out which of my problems is the biggest. I'm going with finances and depression. If you could switch genders for one day, what would you accomplish? Find the G-spot, so the next time I am prepared for battle. Helicopter dick. That's it. If you were to get pregnant while changed and then revert into a male the other day, what would happen? Edit. Also, what would happen if someone who's 9 months pregnant and then changed into a guy? Steal a bunch of stuff, pantsless. The next day, all have an irrefutable alibi. Identity fraud. If I were a woman for a day, I would give average guys compliments. They'll remember them for years. A straight 18 hours of sex toys. Who can be compared with Hitler in history, according to you? Pol Pot. Heinrich Himmler was much worse. Who could be worse than Hitler? This guy. He pretty much orchestrated the Holocaust. Hitler was the face of the Nazis, but Himmler was the guy who made them. He's pure evil. And Reinhard Heydrich. He was one of the main architects of the Holocaust and was the most ruthless. Even Hitler called him the man with the iron heart. I've seen people list a lot of the common ones, Stalin, Mao, etc. But one to add to the list in Leopold II. His atrocities in Africa likely resulted in the deaths of over 10 million people. Ticketmaster. Emperor Hirohito knowingly committed a lot of the atrocities of the Japanese Empire during World War II, and signed off on all the awful shit Unit 731 was doing at the time. 2015 was 7 years ago. What trends have quietly faded into obscurity since then? Left shark. Vines. TikTok is their reincarnation. Saying that it's 2015 and where are the hoverboards? Iggy Azalea. My meth addiction. No, seriously guys, I'm almost 6 years clean. 9gag was much popular back then. The blue, black versus white, gold dress debate. Laurel and Yanny. Selfie sticks. Big trend at concerts, festivals and weddings, and now we've just all switched back to finding the longest arm. On fleek. Hipster culture? I am not sure if it's still a thing or not, but seemed big when I was younger. It became too mainstream. What exercise, activity would be the most awkward to do nude? Paintball. Judo. There's only 1 or 2 things to grab onto. Running. Things bouncing around all loose wolf be awkward from both an embarrassment and physical standpoint. Playing with my kids in the park. Raising turkeys. I had one bite my nut once through my shorts and it was not fun. Glad I at least had +1 cloth armor on. Skydiving. Cause for the first X amount of jumps you have to be attached to an experienced jumper. Attached. Yoga. Might sound sexy imagining that whole room of yoga pants butts out and in the buff, but that's a lot of random buttholes opening themselves to the heavens when the class goes downward dog. Plus, most yoga studios I've been to are small, so who knows how stinky it'll get.